2, 1. Welcome back, everyone, to another fantastic episode of the Social Time Podcast.
Fantastic. That's a good phrasing.
So, just like the other episodes, I want you to all to say hello to Crippled Vet.
He's currently
Then we
playing
got-
a video game during this podcast for the second time.
Why are you a bitch?
Second time, you didn't get third?
No, not third. I don't think it is.
Shut up.
Then,
That's how you know it's three.
then we got our boy Nushka.
Hello. Hello, everybody. How you doing?
Then we got Young Guns. That's his street name.
Just dead silence when you say his name.
Yeah.
Absolute dead
I got my
silence.
street cred.
Okay. there
Shut
we go.
up.
And then, of course, I'm Code Black, the one above all.
Technically, you are the one above us in the row of people right now.
That's right.
Not in
that's
rules.
Not in rules.
Right. The Hammer.
The hammer. Yeah. That's the bouncer.
And on today's episode of Social Time, we're going to be talking about trips, like traveling and experiences that go up hand in hand with that topic.
Because that
Alright.
is exhilarating. No, I wanted to
That's
do.
right. That's right.
I want to do trips because it's about the end of the summer now. I mean, it's about mid-September, but especially right now, it's something to talk about. Seeing how no one can barely go on trips right now. Actually, at the time of this recording, my parents are on a trip. So now I think about it, perfect time. But yeah, summertime trip area. You know, basically just discussion of. And I have a list here again, as usual. I have my notes list. I have the like coming in this is gonna be like just talking about general discussion about trips, and especially how expensive or whatnot. Because Cody, you've been on some trips. I know you've been out on cruises, and then you have like stuff like historical trips that your family takes. My dad at least wants to do that all the time. He wants to go on like historical stuff, but I don't mind. I actually like that kind of stuff. But and then you have like different types, and then we got like our worst trip experience, best trip experience. I got some different things, and we'll cover them. But the basic thing right now is just trips in general. I guess the last trip me, you, and Sam went on, Cody, was the beach trip, right? Well, no, you went on one. Is you going back down to college technically count?
Yes.
Yes, as a trip.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
I
in the
count
car,
that.
right?
What, Sam?
I count that as a trip.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah.
No, I was like, I didn't hear you.
Shut up.
But
Oh, I said it. I said it.
I have to bleep that out in post. That's great.
Yeah, make Sam do it. He's over there, you're over his, so.
No,
Yes.
I will not be censored.
So yeah, but
Alright,
that's
back to
general
it.
discussion of what we got to do here.
All right. Well, let's start with the good experiences. So
Are you sure?
what?
You want to talk about
Yeah.
the worst ones first?
Well, it's like when someone's like, "Oh, you want the good news or the bad news first?" I mean, I always choose the good news.
Is that 'cause
Sometimes
you
I
want to
choose
feel
bad news.
angsty and you want to feel like the bad.
But I feel like, if we weren't in the situation that we are in with the pandemic, I would say bad news first. But I say good news and then bad news for last. Because I mean, I've met some people where you talk about bad experiences, going on a trip. Whether you're flying, driving, I don't know, shipping yourself in the postal.
nice.
Sometimes if you
Getting
tell
around
people
the
that,
loopholes,
I've done that.
curl up in a fetal position and get in a suitcase.
but yeah, sometimes like your bad experiences on a trip can deter people from going. I mean, we're
Anywhere
going to talk
places.
about.
I mean, to be fair though, most trips I've been on rarely have they been unscathed. Like no one gets hurt or nothing happens that's bad. Usually something effed up happens on a trip.
Yeah, Cody, you'd like to explain about being effed up on trips?
We'll get to that because these are like good experiences. The only ones I can really think of that like, here's the thing: the good experiences also have the shit that happened that were just like bad, like stuff that was just like we were gonna die or like someone was in like intense pain. But those were the funniest trips because everyone had a good laugh on it. So it's I guess okay, I'll say this: good trips is every time you look back on it, it's like most of these are probably going to include just family trips because the bad experiences usually happen with us when we always get hurt. I don't know. This last beach trip we went on, nothing really bad happened. No one got like seriously injured or anything. So that
Our
was pretty good.
livers.
Huh?
Our livers.
Well, yeah, but that's besides the point. I mean, does that make it a good or a bad experience when your liver fails mid trip?
I mean, you had like 2 or 3 shots, and you were trying to get that hot kiss.
On who?
From Ariel? Oh hell yeah! I would do that without being drunk. You
I
kidding
thought Sam looked like the Grinch.
me? Talking about when he woke up while we were drunk, and
Yeah.
he looked over at me like the young Colonel Sanders.
Trying to fucking sleep, and y'all are like, oh God, I want to have sex with his lifeless corpse.
Hey now, what? Technically, when you're
Best
sleeping,
time.
you're lifeless.
The bewitching hour.
Yes.
Hey, I didn't grow up in Salem for nothing.
Say it.
What about you? Ooh,
What are we gonna ask him?
I was gonna ask about.
It's a witch.
I was gonna ask about guns and his trips. See if he had.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's start with guns. Guns. Give me your best trip experience you remember, as far as like. I guess you know what, I should simplify this. The smoothest trip you've been on and the most hardcore trip you've been on. Let's do that because that way, because hardcore trips can still be remembered as a good thing. So let's do the smoothest trip you've ever been on. That way we get the boring stuff out of the way. Boring, quote unquote.
I
but
mean,
just,
from my trip experience, I haven't had too many bad trips. So I mean, it's mostly just the good trips. But the smoothest one I'd have to say is about 2 years ago, just going down to Tennessee. Y'all remember that? Because I wasn't on for like what, a week or two.
oh, well, it was when was that? Was that a year ago?
Wow, that dude.
Well, I went there twice. One with a friend, and then one was just with family.
That's probably the most down south you've been, right?
I think so, if I'm not wrong.
What, y'all didn't do anything crazy in Tennessee?
Y'all
I
didn't get
mean-
none of that
I
shine.
was about to say y'all didn't get none of that old moonshine vault they got down there.
To get that up here.
Sam would know. There ain't nothing shit to do in Delaware.
Skeefy. Ski fucking ye. Skeefy.
What are you saying right now?
I've been having strokes all day, dude.
I feel you.
I think possibly the best trip I've ever taken was this one time where I tripped, and luckily there was grass right in front of me, so that
That's-
trip was pretty good.
Hey, someone make a cricket sound for that joke he just told. Great. But well, Cody, tell us your smoothest trip you've been on where you haven't injured yourself.
I honestly don't know if I've ever had a smooth trip, because even if when I go with my family or, by myself or something, I always get fucked somehow. Like,
Wait, no, but when you went on with your trip that one time, it wasn't bad, was it? The one before we went on the beach trip this year?
I don't know. Like, we always go to the same place, so if you count that as being bad, because it's like the ocean's fun and all, but when you go to it every year for like 20 years,
Oh yeah.
you're like, dude, the water looks like just like nut sweat.
Well, our
And
water. Dude, I'm telling y'all right now, South Carolina beach, the beaches here fucking suck. Like it's just not worth going to. And they're green, musty. Like you can taste the waste that's in the water. Like when you get that fucking mouthful of salt water and when a wave hits you can just tell that it's
Listen,
contaminated.
For anyone who
tastes
wants a mental picture of the beach, just imagine like a whole ocean full of like turtle like jizz and like
God.
people's trash.
Okay, speaking of beach, fun fact. Apparently, it's a type of fish. I can't remember what kind, but apparently their teeth are made out of some kind of mineral, and they chew coral. They eat coral, and then they literally poop sand.
So they're making like the ocean.
Sounds like me 2 days
Is there
into
a
a beach
fact
trip.
man changed from
Okay,
Cody to Sam?
You said the scat man changed from Cody to Sam?
I said the fact man.
Listen, they be making fun of my beach bod, but the second I walk on the shore with a fat man on my shoulder,
Well,
They'll
let's
be
see.
singing a different tune.
So you're gonna cause the wildfires on the East Coast instead of having on
Listen,
Yeah, I just
turtle lives matter. I don't care who says anything. All turtle lives matter.
Damn, not
The
so
turtles.
shade.
what's the dude's name? Crush from Finding Nemo. He's like, dude.
Oh yeah, I think his name is
Yeah, I
Crush. How'd
just
you remember
It
that?
is. Yeah,
How did you
it
remember
is
that?
Crush, and his son's name is Squirt.
How can you not remember?
Bruh. Dude, I did not hear any of that, bro. What the fuck? No, but
yeah,
I don't know
I
how
have
you remember
honestly
like
no idea.
I remember the turtles
just said.
like attitude and shit. Where he's like, yeah, man. Basically,
He's
all
like,
fucking like. Yeah, no, I remember his attitude, but I don't remember his fucking name. What's his son's name, Cody?
Squirt. I just fucking told you that.
I didn't ask you for a fucking Pokemon name.
His name is fucking Squirt.
Okay, but anyways, yeah. So, don't.
I mean,
Basically, in
damn.
conclusion, the only beaches you should go to is West Coast, California, and Florida. That's about it. But I heard one near Gulf Coast is nice. Anyways, yeah. So trips down to the beach. You said you've been there 20 times. I've been down to the same beach 20 times. Sam's probably been in the same beach 20 times. Wait, they have a beach in Delaware, don't they? Guns?
Poop.
Just poop? That's all you
it's
say?
the poop ocean.
It's basically what it is.
Oh, poop ocean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And is it
Poop
poopy?
ocean.
Is it poopy that you've been there a lot of times?
I like the beach.
Instead of when you go on the poop ocean, instead of saying wiping out like you're on a wave, they say
Hey.
wipe ass.
Guns,
Okay.
Guns, is your dad standing over you with a belt, like making you read a script? And if you stray too far from that script, he's gonna beat you.
Nathan's not at my house, so.
Oh, that's true. I'm not there yet. Son, go to the beach and tell me how shit
Guns,
it is,
you just
'cause-
gotta let loose, or at least that's what my uncle told me.
Okay. Let
Well,
loose on his
you're
belt or let loose
technically
on
my uncle in this situation, so.
Uncle Hammer.
Uncle Hammer. There we go. Good old Hammer.
Hey son, want to see my hammer?
Well, on that note,
Sure.
so you said you really haven't had a smooth one. Sam, have you had a smooth trip that
I have a
hasn't
pretty
gone to
smooth
shit?
hammer.
Okay.
You said a smooth trip that hasn't gone to shit?
Yeah.
Well, you know, when I took my trip to Paris Island, my trip there was nice, and then when I got there,
No, that's
shit.
no. Okay, see, I'm saying you were there for 3 months, and then you. No, actually, you were there for longer.
6 months.
Yeah. Do you wanna? Well, no, that goes into the bad trips.
That's a later story.
Okay, we'll talk about the
Um,
bad trips if you want.
I think some of the cleanest trips was when I was a kid when we went camping. Like I don't know what it was, but every time we went camping, it was fucking perfect.
It was just smooth.
Oh yeah, it was just a perfect, man. Like nothing ever went wrong.
Yeah, when I was a kid, shit didn't go that bad. Now every time I'm an adult, maybe it's just because like we're adults.
We realize it.
No, it's the fact that our parents are better at it than us at planning trips. Because every time we try to do something, something fucks up. Every single time.
I honestly thought you were just gonna say it's because our parents are shit.
No, I'm saying they can plan better.
I think my parents shit. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they shit in Delaware. Who knows?
In the ocean, where it's shitty
Yeah,
water the entire
the
time.
poo poo ocean.
The poo ocean. And then me. I mean, like I was like Sam. Really, my best trips, or smoothest trips, actually, not best, but smoothest trips has been when I was a kid, when nothing ever went wrong. I would have said the trip down to Disney World would have been great, but I ended up having a fever in like the middle of summer there, out on the asphalt near ocean or the.
God,
SeaWorld
imagine having a
area.
fever on a trip. Couldn't imagine it.
Okay, we'll get that one. We'll get to that in a second. But okay, now that that's out of the way, let's talk about some of our most hardcore trips, starting with Cody, because he probably got the most fucked on one of our trips. Go ahead and explain, Cody, from your point of view.
There's been multiple things.
I tell you
that
what,
happened.
you start with one. That's the most tame. Then Sam, you go on yours, and then I'll go on mine, and then Guns, and then we'll go from there.
No, I don't have one. I told you that.
You know what? You've never gotten fucked up on a trip,
Do you remember who you're talking to?
bro. You might be the most plain white person I know.
Nah. Just fun. I don't go on many trips.
Ambrose might be wilding out more than you, Guns.
Bruh, I just told you I don't go on many trips, so probably.
Damn.
Goddamn.
All right, Cody. Well, tell us about your most tame, worst experience on a trip.
Um. Well, I feel like I could talk about the obvious, the ones that y'all want me to talk about.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah,
Is
they're
that your
pretty
most
good.
tame?
Well, I don't know about tame. I think I'm trying to think of other times besides the two obvious ones that I've had. If you count SCAD being a trip, there was that time I like accidentally pooped myself,
And that other time where
and
you
it was
accidentally
bad,
poop yourself.
Cody, you need to fucking.
dude. I know. I thought y'all can't tell me y'all have had. I thought
Dude,
I was.
I'm sorry, but the only time I've ever shit myself
Well, it
was
wasn't like full on like duty, like Call of Duty. Like it wasn't poo ocean level, but at the same time, like I was like, oh yeah, this is. I felt a fart building up, and I was like, and then all of a sudden, like just slush, and I go to the
Cody, I
bathroom,
don't like
and
hearing
it
the
literally,
details of this.
it looked like the belt from a fucking treadmill, like the color of it.
Cody, ew, bro, no.
Um,
All right, so
like you could have pulled everything out of my like underpants and then made the entire like the boots and the mask from the Incredibles outfits out
I
of.
thought you were gonna say from the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey.
Oh wait, no,
Well, I was.
no, that's I can't remember the Incredibles
Yeah.
soundtrack. Yeah, that's Goldeneye, I think, or James
Yeah.
Bond.
You talking about that?
It's
Yeah.
similar, but it's different.
I don't
The
know, all the like
Incredibles.
40s, 50s movies always sounded. They always had these same themes of like action. I say 40s and 50s. I mean like 70s and 80s. Anyways, yeah, they always had this similar theme thing going on. So you shat yourself. That was the most tame. Now the other stuff's gotta be pretty bad too. But go ahead and tell your other ones then.
Well, most of my bad. Well, one doesn't really count as a vacation. Um, but probably one of the worst ones. So, for anyone who doesn't know, anytime I hang out with Crippled Vet, I end up getting just absolutely fucked. Like, like for him being the Crippled Vet, most times we hang out, I am the Crippled Vet.
You're a crippled code
Like
black.
if they gave Purple Hearts to just random civilians, I'm pretty sure I'd have about 17.
From the trips
Um,
alone. Oh my god.
no, but there was our camping trip, me, Crippled Vet, and Neshka, and it was a couple of years ago. I ever went tent camping, and that was fun. But about halfway through the time that we were there was like a playground, and Sam and Nathan were, I don't know what they were doing. They were like diddling around,
No, we were with
and
you.
I
We were
was
like messing around in the playground because there's I don't know where were your parents, Sam?
The campsite. We were just. Well, we were. Yeah, we were on our own terms, really.
We're just walking along doing
um
random shit.
but on the playground there was these monkey bars, and the like actual pillars were like wooden like normal monkey bars, but the bars themselves were like thick like iron, like I'm talking storming the Bastille like rods.
Like building an iron golem type rods.
Yeah.
That
And
solid of iron.
me being the just absolute scholar that I am,
Mega mind.
there was a top like rung or a top bar, and for like the smaller kids there was three bars that they could like climb up to grab the top one. Well, I was like, you know what, I am human, and
Yeah.
um and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna jump up and I'm gonna grab the top pole. I'm not gonna touch the three metal bars. I'm gonna pull my legs up and then swing through. So I jump up and I grab the top bar. Well, me not thinking, because when you grab something and you're like jumping up, there's like a pendulum effect, right? Your body swings.
Yeah.
So my body swings, and I don't raise my legs up far enough, and all of a sudden it feels like someone like just beat the living shit out of my big toe. Like it just hit me all at once, and I was like, oh I was like, that hurts. And then I hit the ground. And I was like, that really hurts.
Second spike of
And
pain.
I remember waddling over to Nathan and Sam, and we ran back. And yeah, it fucked my big toe. Like my toenail was like broken half.
But it was broken in half in the middle of the toe, right? It wasn't like it was horizontally broken, wasn't it?
No, it was like vertical.
It was
Oh, so it
vertical.
was like, oh my god. Thinking about that's terrible, bro. I don't want to think about that.
But I had that, and then later on in that camping trip, I don't think it was the same foot. I think it was the other foot, but I like twisted my ankle, and yeah, and then on top of that, it was like negative 30 degrees outside every fucking night. So literally, on top of having both my legs fucked up, Jack Frost was nipping at my nose every night. Not
Bro,
to mention,
all right.
one of our cuddle buddies, Sam, about 80% of the trip abandoned us in the tent.
No, tell the truth, Cody.
Holy shit! It was
No, okay. One thing, the fucking little shitty heater we had in the tent fucking sucked, bro. That shit didn't even blow heat. I'm convinced that shit blew like room temperature air, cause that shit didn't help at all. When we woke up, my body, I don't know how I stayed like asleep, but my shit was shaking when I woke up. That one night, like morning we woke up, and this is so midway through the trip, Sam ended up getting a fever. Like he got sick. Staying outside all the time, I guess. I don't know. Why'd you get? Do you remember why you got sick? It was just came on to you while you're.
Yeah, it called my name. Was like, hey, I want to be your boyfriend. I said, shoot.
Gave
Yeah,
you
go.
the long, slow whisper into your ear. Said, hey, by
Yeah.
the way,
Yeah.
on top of Cody literally having to use a wheelchair,
Yeah.
you're gonna get fever.
So that's why I was always gone, because I was sick as
So
hell.
he was sick, had to go in the camper. So we one morning, me and Cody woke up after he was like in the tent. And or Sam left the tent that night, and we woke up. It was freezing fucking cold. My ass cheeks have never felt more fucking numb in my life. And we woke up and we looked at each other, and Cody looked like he got ran over by a train. I'm like, dude, we need to make a fire. So this had to be like 6 a.m. in the morning. So we get up, open our tent, everyone else is asleep, and we start making a fire. We look like two fucking like cavemen or like two monkeys over a fire trying to like get that shit started while our entire body was shaking. And we sitting there, we finally get a damn fire started, and we start getting the shit stowed up, and we are just sitting there shaking in front of the fire while like trying to get warm. Cody takes his sock off, his fucking shit's all bloody and like orange, it looks terrible. And so Sam's brother-in-law comes out of the camper or the car, and then he walks over, he goes, "Oh, y'all started a fire?" We're like, "Yeah." And then he turns around like and just pushes his ass towards the fire and starts warming himself. Ass end all the way up to his face. So we didn't even get to enjoy
That's
our
when I
fucking-
knew it was time to eat.
Yeah, that was the breakfast. For
Dude,
that morning,
honey
was that
roasted
fire.
ass right in the morning, bro.
Honey brisket ass.
Nothing hits like honey roasted ass and
Well,
some
you should tell your brother-in-law
sarsaparilla.
not to stick his fucking ass in our fire we're trying to warm ourselves with.
Yeah, I don't want AIDS fire in my face.
Dude, that whole freaking trip was just, it was fun. But dude, it was such.
Bro, for a camping trip, that lets me know that if we ever got like in an apocalyptic situation, we would just we would kill ourselves off. It wouldn't have to be a fucking zombie apocalypse or a nuclear apocalypse. We'd kill ourselves off through some dumb shit we do.
Yeah, if I was in a survival situation with Sam, like it wouldn't be known as the last of us. It'd be known as the last of Cody.
It wouldn't be a survival situation. It would just be a situation.
It'd just be watch Cody fucking die.
Watch how each injury he has obtained.
It's like each chapter you get to see how the characters progress and what happens, and it's like, no, I fucking lose both my legs in the first chapter, like first 10 minutes.
You are, dude. You're berserk. You're actually Guts from Berserk, and you just keep losing body parts, and you become the fucking Black Swordsman. That's actually what this is
I'm
progressing
gonna come
towards.
more like the Black Cadaver.
Oh yeah, side note by the way, this isn't really a trip, but when Sam came back home, came back to the airport from being at, it was boot camp, right?
No, it was just MOS school. It was just little like leave. It was leave.
Okay, so it was a leave. He came back in the airport, and me and Cody that morning were like, all right, we're gonna go meet Sam at the airport. So we finally go there. It was us, and then Sam's wife, and then his mother. Right? It was just your mother. Yeah, we all met them there. We said hello to Sam. You know, we were sitting in the airport before he got there. We met him, said hello and everything. He's like, all right, we're gonna go eat breakfast. So they go off to that breakfast place, and me and Cody are like, you know what? Hey, let's go back to the car. We're gonna meet him there, and we start walking, and we cut through the parking garage of the airport. Now, admit it, we're on the ground floor. Like this is this base level. We're not up top or anything. This is just the same level we came out on the airport on. We're like, you know what? Let's cut through this parking garage, and then we see the wall of the parking garage. It goes to the outside. Like the grass is on the other side of the parking garage wall. And it's like waist high. He's like, you know what? Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna vault through over this thing. We can get on the grass. We don't have to go around. So both me and Cody vault over the thing, and then in between the space, you look down, and there's like a 15 feet drop down to the bottom floor of the. So there's 4 floors. There's a basement floor, and then 1, 2, 3 floors. And we vault over the wall. I grab onto the railing that, thank God, was there, but Cody was not so lucky, and he slipped, and he slid down the wall and landed heel first on the concrete. I feel so bad laughing at this, but just thinking back to what happened, he landed heel first on the concrete and then fell back, and there was this random dude, and he must have been like part of the staff. He was at this fucking shitty table down there, and he heard Cody fall right behind him, so he gets up, and I'm like sitting there going, Cody, you alright? You alright? He's like, yeah, I can't find my glasses. They fell off when I hit the ground. And like, I'm trying to make sure Cody's alright, and this dude just walks over to Cody and goes, where'd you come from? It's like this stupid, like, he didn't ask if Cody was okay. He didn't ask, like, you know, what happened or anything. He said, where did you come from? And he kept asking us. Like, we were like, I was like, Cody, I'm going to come down here and help you, bro. He was like, yeah, my heel hurts real bad. And this dude just keeps going, where did y'all come from? Like, he was baffled. Like, we just peered out of fucking nowhere. I mean, to his view, he probably was just sitting there and we just dropped down from the fucking wall. But yeah, Cody fucked up his heel that day. How long did it take you to like for that thing to heal up?
A long time.
All right, well, give
And
me an
then-
estimate.
well,
Damn.
My leg and my foot didn't really take that long, I think. But I think that, along with another thing, it really fucked up my back. So
I feel
once
so
I got
bad,
over
bro.
the foot and like leg thing, that's when the other thing I did like compiled. And
Did you
then,
do that?
Yeah,
Was that a workout injury?
no, it was at work.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
So it was a long time before I got
Just injured.
where
anytime.
I didn't look like a Dark Souls boss.
Okay. The music starts. Where'd you come from? The guy just sitting down
Yeah.
there on his desk.
For a long time, I was walking around like Slave Knight Gale.
Hey, that'd been cool. He got his sword, his cape. You've been styling then.
Walking.
So that was the camping trip we went on. That was what, 2 years ago?
Oh no, that was like
Long time ago. It's
yeah, like
5 years.
5
Yeah.
years ago?
I think we were in junior year. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! I can't even. Damn. Never mind then. That was a long time ago. But
Flies when you're fucking dying.
when you're getting fucking beat to shit. But okay, well damn. So that's Cody's Is that so? Do you have something worse than that, Cody? I doubt it. I feel like you got fucked up on that camping trip bad.
Yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Yeah, I think that's probably the worst thing.
Okay.
That's,
I know.
that's
It hasn't really, other than the thing of like, it was like 100 degrees outside during the summer. We were at fucking SeaWorld. That's in Florida, by the way, if you don't know. But it's right near Disney World. But because I was like 6 years old at the time, but we took this whole thing out. We went down there to Florida, visited SeaWorld, and then we went to the beach, the ocean, and then we also went to Disney World. This is during SeaWorld. Like I said, I got a fever of like 100 degree, 102 degree fever, and like 100 degree weather, and that shit sucked. And they had me out there. I don't know how I handled that body heat at that age or whatever, but that sucked. I think what else? I didn't. All right, this fucked up the beach trip, going down to Myrtle Beach again. But I remember we were sitting there, and I had a friend. I'm not gonna name him, But there's a friend that was on the trip with us, and this is back in like 6th grade, I think maybe. And we were sitting there. We got down to the beach, got in our condo. We were so excited. It was like, all right, this is gonna be awesome. We're gonna hit the beach this afternoon. So we get everything unpacked, get our bathing suit on. It's like, let's go hit the beach. And we go out to the beach, and we're only like 5 minutes away for a walk to get there. And we finally get there, and me and my friend run out onto the beach, and within the first 5 minutes, he trips on a fucking seashell in the sand and twists his ankle, and he can't go fucking swimming anymore on the beach. So, yeah, immediately the whole trip's like, we can't fucking, like, can't really walk anywhere, can't do anything. That was the whole trip. That didn't happen to me. I felt bad for him, but it's like, damn, dude, the entire trip now is just like, don't let his fucking foot hurt. So, yeah.
Man,
I mean,
sounds
like I said,
familiar.
I felt bad because he was in pain, but it's like, damn, trip over, too. So, that's, other than the camping thing, of course, I don't know how I got unscathed by that. I guess now it's making up for it because with my fucking broke-ass toe now, I guess I'm getting the Cody effect coming back to me. So,
Yeah, let me tell you, it sucks.
and it does fucking suck because injured legs and feet means you can't do practically, like, it's just hard to do shit at all. But yeah, Sam,
That
do you
means
have
you
anything where
can't.
you just got fucking? Oh wait, yeah, you do. Go ahead and tell your story about you getting fucked up when we went down to Paris Island. I want to hear this. I don't think I've heard the whole story.
Good old Paris Island. So yeah, as y'all know, I was in the military, and actually, yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna tell that story.
Why?
But
What are you doing gating us like that?
okay, I will later after this one.
Okay.
So Paris Island, I think the lowest it ever got while I was there was probably a good like crisp 89,
So, and you had all those clothes on, right?
including humidity. No, not including humidity. Excuse me.
Damn.
Yeah, and like the hottest it ever got was like 102, 103. But on those days you couldn't go outside because they were like, "Hey, we don't want our recruits dying from heat casualty." They didn't care.
That's not. Wait a minute. They didn't want the recruits, so they did care that they didn't want the recruits dying.
No, the Navy cared. The Marine Corps drill instructor didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I was gonna say there's the.
Um, but that whole trip was just shit, man. Boot camp was ass. Then I got in trouble because I flipped off one of the drill instructors and got pushed back another 3 months.
Okay. Besides that, tell me what like your most quote unquote painful or like terrible experience while doing it. Going through it.
So we were in the Crucible, which was the final, testing point, and we were crawling under barbed wire in the middle of the night. And there's flares going off, mortar shells, not real mortar shells, they're dummy mortar shells, obviously. I wish they were real mortar shells.
Live fire training.
Yeah. And so, I'm laying on my back as I'm crawling underneath barbed wire, and my rifle slips, and one of the wires catches right under my eye,
Oh fuck.
one of the barbs. And my god,
Oh my.
the amount of fucking sand and fucking metal that went in my eye.
Oh my god, that had to
Ah,
fucking.
shit,
Getting it
man.
caught on like below your eye. That would be ass.
Like, it was just. I was so miserable and cold and. God
Battle
almighty.
victim, bro.
Dang, I guess you could say you saw it coming.
But
That was so shit, but it actually got me to laugh.
I think over the whole entire Marine Corps, my worst trip was probably Marine combat training because we were out on the range, and it was my frostbite. It was negative 11 degrees with frost chill, and we had frost and shit forming on our
Oh,
weapons.
this is your second. Is this your second time too? Because you went in during the summer, so.
No, so boot camp was December. Graduated December 1st, and then I went to MCT in like January, February.
Oh, okay, yeah, and it gets really cold here.
Freezing freaking cold.
Not like. The difference in it get cold here in South Carolina is that it's damp cold, so it's not
So-
like super sub like levels of temperature, but it's everything ices.
Well, see, I was in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and that's a
Oh,
coast.
right, yeah, so that's
Yeah,
even worse. I thought you were saying
yeah,
just
that's a
okay,
that's
yeah.
a coast town. So it's right
It's
by
the
the
same.
freaking ocean.
Yeah, it's
Oh
damp
my
and it's freezing.
God, dude! Like we were all just standing there, frost forming on our eyelashes and our rifles, and we're just like, we were fucking miserable.
Just go
Dang,
brain
don't look
dead.
like minions.
Dude, there was a time where literally 100 other Marines, and including myself, we all just huddled in a massive circle, and it was so tightly packed I could lift my legs off the ground and just hang there. Like it was an adventure. I loved every second of it, but God, there were some times where I just wanted to shoot myself, and I could have, and I could have,
Alright,
but
hold up. Anyways, that's jokes by the way. Jokes, just saying.
no, it's not.
Um, yeah, but no, yeah, that sounds bad. Especially I get the heat thing, like heat sucks, and especially humidity and stuff. But having it where you just freeze to death out on the thing, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, we're only issued like a sweatshirt.
Nice.
A sweatshirt and our fucking camis, and that's it. Like, no cold weather gear at all. So I'm just like, great. I guess I'll just fucking die. And somebody did fucking die.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Someone died. Like,
Their heart stopped.
oh my, wait, during the freezing thing?
Yeah.
Oh my
Because
god.
he's like, man, I'm gonna take a nap. He took a nap. His heart got so rested it just stopped. And we're like, hey, dude, you gotta get up. And he's just like, he's fucking dead. And I'm like,
Holy shit.
and then we're just like, oh, God. Like we're fucking freaking out. And we're like, sorry. And we call our fucking combat instructors, and our combat instructors are like, man, that's a shame.
Oh my
And
god.
we're just like, well, I guess they don't believe us, so we're gonna have to bring him back to life. So we all took off our like flax and stuff and put it over top of him and tried to warm him up. He survived,
Oh,
but
he died for a little bit and then came back.
yeah, he came back, but it was
Damn, yeah, that dude had a rough fucking trip then. Holy shit. Died and
yeah,
came back.
Dang,
yeah,
so
it
I'm
was.
gonna go to sleep, and he woke up Professor Snow, or what's his name, the villain of Hunger Games,
Oh yeah,
President,
Winter
President
Soldier,
Snow?
right?
President Snow.
It's the
Winter
Winter
Soldier.
Yeah, he woke up the Winter Soldier. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Bucky.
My name's Bucky. He can boogie buck.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So that's decimating. I don't know. It's every time. Majority of the time we have trips planned and stuff. Something just I don't know why someone just gets fucked. Like
This last Merle trip was just shit, man. I enjoyed spending time with y'all, but dude, that trip was just shit for me.
why?
Those motherfuckers wouldn't let me go down a water slide. What
Okay,
kind of
bro. We ain't gonna
fuck
go
you
with
mean?
this. Anyways,
They fucking closed down just because. Oh, hey, there's a little.
so Cody, I want to ask you. This isn't really like bad trip or anything like that. I want you to go into more detail about your cruise, cause all right. So me personally, I've never been on a cruise, but I know we've always said we want to go, and we'll get to that. But well, first off, Guns, you said on many trips. I'm gonna guess you haven't been on a cruise either, right?
None at all.
None at all. Damn. All right, that's just a future trip. And Sam, have you been on a trip or a cruise?
No, I'm too poor.
On a
Alright,
cruise.
well, because like we're all not fat stacks like Cody. Bruh. But all right. Well, tell us, Cody. Tell us about it.
Well, I'll say it was kind of shitty because
Shitty. What?
because we went on a ship from Charleston, which if people don't know, Charleston has like a big port.
That's
Well,
in
I
South
say
Carolina,
big
by the way.
port, but they only had one cruise ship that left port,
Uh huh.
and I remember because I had never seen a cruise ship like in person. So we like drove up to it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "This thing is massive!" And then all of a sudden, we got to where we docked in the Bahamas. Freeport was our first dock, and you see a lot of the other ships parked there, and dude, our ship was the tiniest ship out of all of them.
But how big? It was still pretty big though, wasn't it?
I mean, yeah, it was still huge. But just compared to everyone else, it was just like how one of my nuts is compared to the other one.
just
Uh,
smaller than the other, right?
yeah, exactly.
Damn.
But no, it's definitely one of those things where, even if you didn't have a ton of money, uh, like I definitely recommend like going on one at least at some point, you know, in your life, for whoever's listening, and hopefully us this coming summer. But no, I mean it was great. Like you can't. I don't think I've ever taken another trip and been as more laid back as I was on that trip. Cause like I feel like most of the time, vacations consist of you like eating a bunch and like, now drinking a
Just
bunch.
the most gluttonous things on the planet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, like you're trying new foods and stuff like that. Well, on the cruise, you can get food anytime you want, 24/7, and like the minute you pay for your cruise ticket, you're paying for all the food.
And it's like good food too, ain't it? Like it's.
Yes.
Mm.
And just keep in mind that our ship was not like it was the smallest and like not the nicest ship. So if you went on a nicer one, the food may even be like 10
Better.
times better.
That.
Um Now you do pay for drinks, obviously.
Oh, so each
Um
drink you get, you have to pay for?
yeah.
Okay.
But all the
I didn't
food,
know that.
whether you get it ordered to your room and like somebody brings it to you, or you just go to like the cafeteria or whatever it's called, um, is all you can eat. You don't have to pay. Um, and I don't know, just I can't tell you how excited like a little kid I was. And I mean I was 16 when I went on the trip, so technically still a kid. um, no, but
I was about to say I
uh,
was waiting for the uptake.
no, but I remember just being so giddy because when you go from, I mean, other people may not even like know because our water is so dirty, like we were saying, but you go from like Charleston water, and then all of a sudden you get like a day in, and then the water just turns like pure blue, like navy blue, and then all of a sudden when you get closer to like the actual Bahamas, the water gets just even more like so pristine and blue. And it's not really until you get on the actual islands that the water turns like super clear. But I'm telling you, like, and
That's gotta be wild. I've never seen just like I'd love to see in person that clear of water. To me, I just can't fathom that. That's pretty. That's awesome.
but yeah, like I said, a cruise is one of those things you, like you just have to see it and just experience it. And we didn't even do a lot on the cruise. Like you can do so much stuff. Like you can go. We went to a stand up like comedy night.
Hmm.
But there is so much stuff that you can
Do
do.
they have like casinos and stuff on them?
Yes, casinos, bars.
Now tell me this. Tell me about the islands you went on. Because I mean you said what islands did you go on?
So the first island was Freeport. We only stopped at two islands. The first island was Freeport, and that island, like the best way I can describe it, is pretty much Priam from Fallout.
Oh wait, like
But
during the bandits that are there or after?
after, like you
Okay.
save the sheriff,
Okay.
but it's still like barren. Um, but then we actually, so you have these things when you get on the ship called excursions,
Mhm.
and they're also things you have to pay for, but you don't have to pay for them, unless you're gonna do them. Like you can just sit on the ship the whole time you're docked. You don't have to get off. Um, but we ended up doing this excursion where we like went out to the beach with a bunch of people, and you got to swim and get drinks, and they made food for you. Um, wait, we talking about?
I was talking about you explain how you do. I was asking what the islands were like, cause I remember one time
Oh
you told me.
yeah.
You told me
Okay,
one time
sorry.
some dude tried to like sell bad stuff to your dad. I was saying like,
Oh no, that was their experience one time. Nothing
Oh.
like that happened with us, but
so no like bad like
um,
drug deal stuff or anything like that. Cause I've heard some
nah.
rumors about, you know.
I mean, yeah, you don't want to like if the locals offer you anything, they actually on the ship, they just don't take it. Um, but we went to Nassau, which is the actual like the biggest, nicest island, and the hotel that Trump owns, I think. I
Just
think
down in those parts.
he didn't build it, but I think he owns it now, and it's actually known. It's huge. Like I'm talking huge. It's massive.
Is Atlantis on that island?
Yes,
Okay.
and it's right
Atlantis.
behind the hotel. Which another thing, if anyone ever gets the opportunity to go to Atlantis or Nassau,
Do it.
that is the like hugest, nicest water park I have ever been to.
I remember seeing like advertisements when I was a kid about Atlantis, back on like TV and stuff, and I remember thinking I was like, damn, that shit looks really cool. I was like, I wonder where it is in the United States, and then I realized it was not. It was all the way out in the fucking Bahamas. I was like, well, that's never fucking happening. I hope it does though, cause that would be amazing.
Um, but yeah, and then I don't know which our tour guide was like telling us about the hotel. But apparently that hotel, one of Michael, or no, it was either in a music video with Michael Jackson or it was just like in real life. But that was the hotel where Michael Jackson like dangled his baby like off the balcony
Oh
from
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was thinking
from
like,
one
wait
of
a
the
minute,
music.
what?
But it's huge. Like it's
Wait, he did that for a music video?
or something. I don't know, but that's just what he told us.
Yeah, this hotel's famous for Michael Jackson hanging
Dangling
a
baby.
dangling babies out the balcony.
Um,
That's a great folklore on that one.
and then I rode the slide that goes like it's like their most notorious, where you go straight down and then there's like the sharks that you go through.
Sharks?
Yeah,
Wait, like real sharks?
yeah.
Bruh, that
But
shit
you don't
bust.
like you don't swim through them. There's like a tube, and then they're
Yeah.
like above you. But dude, maybe it's just because I'm a pussy, but that slide, you go down it and you get about halfway, it just shoots in your face. You can't see the
They
shark.
blind you. They permanently
So
blind you.
I don't really get the experience, and also the fact that like halfway down the slide, like it's just a straight drop. Something on that slide hit me in the back, and dude, it felt like someone just beat me with a like jackhammer.
Just hit you with a bat on your like on your. What if they just had this rock sticking up, so you would just slice in half when you went down the fucking slide?
And they're like, oh,
Kinky.
Kinky. Yeah.
Dude, no. It's like the water pressure's so powerful, it just skins your face.
Like sprays you in the face just gets rid of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something I've always wanted to do, and hopefully, again, this goes right into our next topic, by the way. So going off the cruise, back into future trips we want to take, because again, that's on the list is cruises. That's one, of course, obviously different countries and stuff, but yeah, future thing, I want to do cruises. Guns, if you had to visit anywhere right like in the future that you'd want to go, where would you want to go?
I'm gonna be honest, probably just down there because that'd probably be the better trip.
That's true. There is good company down here, I will say. Especially, and hey, you can see Cody bust his own ass every single time we go somewhere. So you'll be able to experience that.
The only place I do not want to see is where Noah has been.
Well, it looks like.
I just follow the P trail.
Okay.
That's where I don't want to go.
Bruh. Little is, I'm actually mixed in his essence, so you can't get away from it once you're here. You're in his domain. This is his lands. So you can't get past it after that. Once you pass over the threshold. So, alright.
He actually
Hopefully one
made,
day, bro.
made
That'd
the
be awesome.
states.
Especially if we could do it in an actual podcast like setting with mics and a room and everything.
What do you mean?
I mean, like eventually, once we all get to meet up and stuff, we can do an actual like room of podcast and stuff like that instead of having to sit on a fucking screen.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet.
Cody, any future trips?
I hope one day. This has always been my dream trip, but I want to go to Italy.
Oh, I would love to go to Italy.
That's about it. And then I want to go to France, but luckily enough, I mean, I have to apply for it like way in advance, but my school allows us to study abroad in France for like no extra money besides like buying a plane ticket.
So wait, how far in advance would you have to?
I don't know. I think it's like 2 quarters,
Dude,
but
I
I'm gonna
would
do
take
it.
that opportunity. Are you kidding me? I
I'm
would
gonna do it
that.
towards the end of this year.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd do that.
That would be pretty sweet. I would do that.
Why don't you sound so robotic with that?
All right. So it's the social time French trip, right?
Yeah, the Social Time French podcast, all in French.
J'ai loupé, bonjour. Parlez-vous français?
Hang it.
Guns, can you translate what that said to us?
No,
Wow.
So
And
racist.
I don't
you're some
even take
fucking
French class.
nationalist.
You bigoted, cisgendered.
So I said
You're
for
the one
y'all,
that said it. Why don't you translate?
most realistic trip probably because I'm not.
Oh, it's my turn. I get to tell you where I want to
Oh,
go.
that's right. My bad. Actually,
Ah, yeah, it is your bad.
fuck.
You don't know. Shut up. I don't even want to do it anymore. Go ahead.
You were saying?
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Where I would like to go is I'd love to go to Scotland. Love to go to Ireland. I absolutely hate Ed Sheeran.
All right.
You
All right.
have to choose one.
Rip on Cody's fucking.
The Scottish Prime Minister, I see.
Another place I'd really love to visit is New Zealand.
That would be awesome. That's where the.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. That place looks fucking crazy.
But most realistically, where I would probably go is Montana.
Montana would be nice too.
Yes, sir.
It's
Yes,
a cool
sir.
state. Cody, you've been to Montana. Why didn't you mention that?
You know,
Save it for another time.
I got a track record up there. You know.
That's right. You got street cred on Montana now. 'Cause
That's
Yeah, I did too. Surprisingly, you remember Far Cry 5? That was about me.
that was about you. Was that about combat training?
Yeah, they call me Cody Seed.
Cody's seat. There you go. Into it. But yeah. But we'll say that for Montana thing. I don't know when it's gonna back up. But I mean, it's already 53 minutes in, so about on that hour mark. And I know a lot of times I like to go over, so I'm not gonna try too much. But alright, I'm gonna say real quick, future trips for me. I mean, obviously y'all know I'm a fucking giant weeb, so Japan's definitely on the list. But I was with Cody on the fact that Italy is one of them too. Italy, I'd love to go to Italy.
Why are your hands sweaty?
Talking about, it's fucking hot in here, bro. Oh yeah,
Dude, no, it is not. Your hands are
my hands aren't that
freaking.
sweaty.
No, I am
They're
not touching.
that sweaty. Okay,
I'm not
by the
touching
way,
that horse
me and
skin
Sam,
thing.
we're in the same fucking.
I was
hope
about to
y'all
say
don't
you
hear
want
much
to
of
make
echo.
that apparent.
Yeah, we're both in the same fucking like room right now.
Actually, we're not. We're just mentally. I touch
They
his
just
hands
have
and I
We're
just.
actually lucid
They're like
dreaming.
Siamese twins.
Yes.
We're lucid dreaming. They're not sweaty. I guarantee
Oh
that.
god.
My
No,
hands,
they're-
my hands
they are-
do battle damage right now to be
You
sweaty.
have freaking some
I no
serious
longer
sweat
have-
glands in your hands.
I no longer have nerve endings in my hands.
Like you need to just chop your hands off.
Sorry, I was me slapping my leg. No, but yeah, Japan definitely. Italy, that'd be awesome. Scotland actually, I'd love to go to Scotland simply because heritage-wise, that'd be awesome. Get to see where my family originates from there. Oh, and another one, Switzerland. I really want to go to Switzerland because that place is fucking. That's one of the most beautiful places on earth. I think. The mountains they have there. I'm a big sucker for mountains. Yeah, that place is beautiful. I would love to go.
Okay, let's talk about something fucking plaguing my life lately. Fucking gnats, dude. Gnats and fruit flies. Little bastards are all over my house.
Well, y'all gotta
Well,
stop
you
having fruit
gotta-
out.
No,
Yeah,
we
they're
have no fruit in the house.
trying to get that fruit.
I don't fucking get it. They're nasty. They're like I'm trying to fucking eat my food and they're just like.
I didn't hear it. Okay, so I heard
Dude,
what I
just
heard on
eat
my
'em.
end, but yeah, just eat them, dude. Why is there whenever like insects do this all the time, but gnats specifically, when there's one gnat, you better expect 250 plus more around.
Yeah, because they're oh, God,
Tiny.
He's getting
No, let me tell you.
they piss me off so much I can't even fucking finish my sentence.
Let me tell you how to fix them.
All right.
That maybe not right away, but this is how my works.
Okay.
What you do is you get a mason jar, or wait, that's just what we always use. You can try and use something else, but you get a mason jar, and then you fill it with vinegar, like what's it called, like vegetable vinegar or whatever it's called, apple cider. Yeah, and you pour just a little bit in there, and then you put the cap on, and then you poke holes in the top. And what they do is they fly down there, and they're like, yummy fruit, and then they go down there,
And then just
And they fucking die.
yeah, and they
They drown like the little bastards they are. Fuck.
Sam's very heated about
They
it.
No, dude, they're gross as shit, man.
dude, they're kind of cute. What are you
No, they're
bro?
fucking. Cody, you're barking up the wrong tree right
Bro,
now.
you've never just watched them, and then they do that little leg thing where they're like,
Yeah, I look at him, I'm just like, jack that cock. No, Cody, they're gross and they need to fucking die.
That little
hey,
fucking
sometimes when
gnat
they
cock.
land, you know, they be getting jiggy.
I've never heard that word used in that like context
Get
ever.
jiggy.
Getting jiggy. But I hate my thing is this is a side tangent, but yeah, no fucking right now there's about 1 billion spiders around my house. And then don't even fucking start on fleas. God, do I hate fleas. Story about that, by the way, before I forget. So the reason I have a broke fucking toe right now is I'm gonna blame it on the fleas. It's actually myself, but I'm gonna blame it on the fleas. So I've been
The
getting bit
damn
by
fleas.
fleas for like 7 days, and it's just nothing but flea bites around my ankles. That's the only place they bite is around your ankles for some reason. At least mine.
Don't tell me you like cock your foot forward and just.
No, I'll tell you in a second. But so I've been doing fleas. I finally found when they were. They're in this little tiny carpet mat in like my bathroom because my cat went up there upstairs where I am, and he went in the bathroom, and then of course he had to go in the tub and pee blood. That's another story. He's old. Don't worry about it. He's fine. But so he went up there, did his business, left. I was like, let me clean out this thing. And I guess he somehow got fleas into that carpet because for the next like I said 7 days, it just kept biting me. I got so pissed. Finally found when they were in that little carpet. I took the carpet, right? And this is right after I got home from work. It was like 11:30 at night. And so I closed up the carpet and I went downstairs, went outside, and then on the like deck railing, I laid it over. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep it there. Pitch black outside. I'm like, a lot of the time I was down in the carpet, so maybe they jumped on me. I'm gonna shake myself off, make sure I don't have any. And I shake my arms, and then I shake my legs, and when I shook my right leg, it went slant, and my baby, like my pinky toe, slammed right into the fucking wooden chair that was right next to me, and that shit broke.
What I don't get is how do you fucking swing your leg with that much damn force?
No,
And you're like, man, I'm gonna fucking hit that piece of wood.
I didn't
Nathan's
see
like,
it.
let me shake
You're-
outside with no light on.
Okay, for some reason my parents.
Why the fuck would you shake in the first place?
I don't. My mind was like, my monkey brain was like, okay, please shake yourself off.
Okay, do the hokey pokey.
Someone's. It was like, please
Dang,
shake
you were-
yourself off because you have fleas. I was like, okay, they've jumped on me before, so I shook myself off, and I don't know why it was full force. Maybe because I'm like, there's nothing around me, so I just slammed my leg in the air, and it just fucking pieced the shit out of the chair.
That's
My
like,
thing is, why the fuck are my parents putting a chair right next to the damn door? No one uses that chair. It's fucked anyways. They just hang the fucking goggles for the pool on it.
that's like I saw this meme the other day, and I was like, yeah, that kind of sucks that our body does this. But it's like, you ever been walking through the grass and it's like tall grass, and then all of a sudden your brain's like, dude, there's a spider on your leg, and then you just slap your leg and there's nothing there.
No, okay. I had a moment like
That
that.
happens to me all the time.
I was outside with I was over at I was over at a friend's house. It was actually his aunt and uncle's lake house. And we were out there, and this was after we got in the water and was like messing around on the jet ski. And then we got off and we went to go eat lunch. And they like cooked hot dogs and everything, grilled them. And so we're sitting there eating. And then after I'm done eating, I'm like, I walk down the wooden decks like staircase, and then I end up on the like ending path where people sometimes have those like concrete or like those little blocks of like stairs. You can get it like Lowe's or something like that. And there was like 5 to 6 of them, and it led out into the grass. Well, I stand at the very edge of them, and I'm sitting there, my feet's hanging off, and then a fucking wood, like, is it called a wolf spider? Yeah, a wolf spider, like full grown, crawls onto my foot, and I'm barefoot. And dude, I kicked that shit off, and I ran into that house. I didn't want to go back outside. That shit sucked, because that thing basically filled up the entire top portion of my foot. I was not having it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. Let me tell you something about fucking
Damn story.
vegetation.
What?
You know those fucking plants that look like weeds. They usually grow in like regular yards, but when you step on them, they're like the fucking devil's cock penetrating your foot.
You're talking about the spiky fucking plants?
They're like the thistle plants.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I fucking hate those, dude. I'm
We
playing
just
outside
need to-
barefoot, and then my foot is just like.
Okay, he screamed loud as fuck, but his mic cut it off for me.
Like it's fucking stupid, man. Like I'm
We-
trying to
we-
enjoy myself, and these fucking spikes are just like.
This turned into trips
I'm gonna say
into
trips into
what grinds
ranting
Sam's
about-
gears.
Well, that's what makes a good podcast is the fact that you can stray off course on.
Oh, yeah,
Talk about
I'm
something
not, I'm
else.
not opposed to fucking tangents.
These are the problems facing American society today. These are the key
Thistle.
points of the problems.
Just fucking
We obviously have our
This is
priorities.
what's holding us back
Thistle-
from evolving.
thistle plants and fucking gnats are the biggest issue.
Sam, I would give you $20 if you ate a thistle.
Dude, I need more than $20 for
I
it.
would not need no, dude, because I don't want my fucking esophagus like. I don't want to sound like a smoker for the rest of my goddamn life.
Sound like Steve-O.
No, I sound like fucking that Terry bitch from the smoking commercials. Where she's like,
dude.
she's like, I'm like, okay.
No, that's like I saw this. I think it was Children of Poseidon, which they're like a stunt, like stupid stunt channel on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was him or maybe someone else, but I saw it was the dude was British, and I think it's like some like vegetation in like some other country, but it looks like just regular like stuff you would see in a field. But this dude was like, yeah, this stuff is dangerous. It's really bad. So he's like, I'm gonna jump in a bathtub full of it. And this dude like flops down like back first, and the second that his back touches this stuff, he just goes like screams.
I remember. Dude, that reminds me of fucking Coyote Peterson, where he's like, "Hey guys, today I got the cockbiter bug," and he talks about it for a good 15 minutes, and then the next like his videos are usually like 30 minutes. The first like 15 minutes is, or first 10 minutes is him talking about the bug or the creature. All right, the next 10 minutes is him like fucking talking himself up, like I'm gonna let it bite me, and just fucking focusing on breathing so he can get into like the strike zone. And then literally the 1 second between the last 9 minutes and 59 seconds, he's just on the ground. Like after he gets bitten, he's just like, "Oh, the burn! Oh god! Oh, oh the pain! It's the rest of the fucking
Oh,
video.
you get fucking
It's so-
possessed.
It's so
Dude.
funny because on my end it cuts out from Sam and goes to Nathan.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's-
have y'all seen? I just saw it on Twitter. Have y'all seen that fucking meme where it's the dude and he goes, "All right, this is real good orange juice," and then he takes a sip and he goes,
what the fuck?
What are you
about?
talking about?
Is it like
Hold
it
on.
changes? What was that?
Alright, we're changing subjects to weirdness.
"No, I just saw it and it's funny."
What the fuck?
He goes, "Ah!" Well, I mean, you just
I
heard it.
know what you're talking about, but why?
I don't know, bro.
Alright, so. What the fuck? I don't. So, in conclusion, plants and gnats suck. Trips are great, but we always get fucked on them. Is that the conclusion?
Okay. Before we end the podcast, we need to talk about Howard Dean, 2004 politician, and his scream. His scream is the best fucking thing you'll ever hear.
I've never heard of that.
He's like, yeah, we'll go to California, then we'll go to Arkansas, then we'll go to South Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, Nevada, and we'll win the office and get it back on track. And then he's just like, yeah!
What?
No, dude, I love the.
It is the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
I love the dude, the Little Caesars commercial where he's like, "Oh damn, my
Oh,
wallet's in
yeah.
my other," and he goes, "Oh!"
That's what he's just like.
Stop screaming. Dude, they're
Yeah.
gonna call the cops on this house if you keep fucking screaming like that.
Nobody can fucking hear us. Nobody's here. Oh, fuck that guy. Fuck your neighbor.
Oh my god. I'm thinking of the commercial where he's like, "Sir, can you get your wallet?" He's like, "Oh shit!" And the other,
This is what we're talking about.
yeah, he's like, he just screams when he fucking takes his hand, dude. If you can't find that video on YouTube, if y'all can, but that
And then-
shit is so funny.
And then that other fucking that Vine thing where he's like, "Hey, what's cooking? Good looking." He's like, "Oh, little steamed vegetables never hurt nobody." And then the guy looks at the pan, throws it on his face, and he's just like,
Oh my god. But yeah, fucking.
"Little
It
Caesar."
went from like it went from like 50 to 100 like in one story about Nat. How did you do that? Well, I don't even honestly. We're over time, and the last thing. Did you find it?
Let's look it up after. Let's just end this up. I don't want to hear
Oh, we
nonsense.
can't hear it. Damn, it's probably the noise suppression thing.
Damn it!
But yeah, I was gonna wrap it up with the. I mean, honestly, we've already concluded that the best kind of company to have on trips is probably injuring yourself 800 times during the trip.
Dude, I want a fucking pizza.
That's
I'm
not
really
what I was
fucking
talking
hungry.
about.
I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
Bro, we just had Chinese food.
I'm fucking hungry. Do you want something to eat? Yes or no?
Bruh.
Nah. It's 10:35.
Oh my god! I didn't know you were my fucking mom, Nathan.
I'm
Thanks
saying
for-
I'm saying I'm not eating at 10:35. You can go order a fucking Papa John's if you want, but I ain't gonna.
I'm gonna spit in your mouth.
Yeah.
Don't make that noise afterwards. That's terrible. All right. Well, so closing argument is that Sam's a fucking psychopath.
Closing argument is Nat should fucking die from fucking Arkansas to California to South Carolina to Tennessee to Florida, and we're gonna fucking fix the White House with that population.
Bruh, I don't know what
So
you
the
mean.
cops are
From
now
Cody's
onto my
perspective,
house.
On your house? They're on your roof?
The SWAT team's currently busting in.
Alright, let's end this up quickly.
Oh shit, guns hitting Laganese.
Oh god, screw you.
That's my language I've made up for guns, by the way.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Social Time Podcast.
No.
What?
No. Nathan, let him end it.
Let me end it. Let me end it.
I want to say something before you end it.
Then say something. Go.
Cody, if you
Yeah.
Cody, if
Go ahead.
you
Go ahead.
Shut up.
Okay, no, bro. Go ahead. I'm done.
Cody, if you would like to say any last things, I'm gonna go down the list. What would you have to say?
What the fuck?
Thank you for listening to the Social Time Podcast. I officially
What was this
state
episode, by the way? I just
that if you listen to any of the Social Time podcasts so far, your balls grew 2 inches, kind of like the ending of the Grinch.
wait. What,
2
It's been-
inches.
What Grinch episode do you watch? Or is it
His heart.
movie?
His heart.
You know,
His
his heart
balls.
grew 3 sizes larger. Your balls
sure.
doubled in
My balls ain't even bigger.
girth. Well, that's because you're not listening.
Yeah, it's because you're not
Yeah,
listening
you're
to it.
you're
making
you're
it-
looking,
watching.
but you're not listening. You're hearing, but you're not listening.
I'm not being in the zone enough.
Yeah,
Open up
dude.
your ears, Nathan.
Yeah, smoke some
I
Kush.
gotta get woke. That's really
Yeah,
what it is.
you gotta get gay.
Is that the prerequisites before getting?
That is,
okay.
yeah. That's how you get prestige.
Damn.
Well, that's Sam's closing statement.
That is not. Yeah, it actually is.
Okay, well, we're ending on Sam
Yeah.
says you gotta go gay. Guns, you got any final words?
My final words are: make sure you subscribe, or Sam will personally show up to your house and kiss you in the mouth.
Just like Mark. Just like Bart.
And if you don't
I don't get that.
subscribe or like this video, I will release an army of gnats in your
your
house
house.
every night.
Like the plague from fucking Egypt, right onto your fucking house. Just
Oh,
gnats
you're gonna
everywhere.
wish it was locusts that I was unleashing, because by the time I'm done,
Or suck on my cock. Oh, okay.
Okay, hey, all right, we're fucking. Yeah, that's it. We're done. We're done. This episode went to hell in a handbasket real fast, bro. But
And
yeah.
it's only the people at the end that are gonna see
Hey,
this.
Next week we will cover Nathan's fucking great value house, and everything he has is fucking great value.
95% of my household, great value, bro. Y'all fuck on great value. That shit's good.
Dude, you literally have a fucking
Come
Avon
on, we're
on
trying
duty
to end
deodorant.
the episode, and you're
yes,
still
thank you
going.
everybody for watching.
Oh, did you already end it?
Not yet. No, I hold up. Y'all get-
All right, he's
I'm
opening up the
opening
folder.
I gotta get the folder to look
Alright,
at the thing. I
okay,
forgot it again.
Yep, that's how
I'm
it
gonna keep
usually
saying
goes.
this until y'all tell me to not do it anymore. All right, guys, you ready? Okay, we're gonna hit this one spicy.
What one?
Okay. All right.
What, a
yeah,
scream?
So no.
I can
seriously,
scream.
No. Let me at least close this out right. All right. So
We
everybody,
already closed out!
everybody, thank you so much for
Oh my
watching.
god.
You know, like they said, subscribe, click the bell icon, make sure you get notifications when we upload every now and then. And then also, make sure to share this video too, because I don't know how YouTube's algorithm's gonna be, but I guarantee you it's probably gonna screw majority of people who upload, including us. So if it's not, whatever, but just make sure to share the video. Like I said, like it, do what you gotta do to get this thing noted, because we enjoy doing it, and I hope you guys enjoy listening. But thank you, and whether you are viewing from home, school, work, or whatever it may be, thank you for spending your time with us socially. I'm done. So, yeah. See you guys. Take care.
Bye, everybody.